Hey guys, welcome back to, what is another What If? This one is actually kind of, I guess you could call it a remake, redo of a really old video that did quite well on my channel. And then for some reason I completely dropped it, so I've decided to start again with similar concepts but not the same. So, Deku, he's 5 years old, he's a child, he's innocent, and he doesn't know he's, quirkless because he isn't quirkless. So Bakugo gets in his quirk, and Bakugo basically brags it and shows it off to the whole class. And that day, that's when Deku feels funny, so he goes home, and they go to the doctors, and they find out, it's quirk. So they go and test uh, Deku all the way through to find out what his quirk is. So, uh, first of all, the doctor tells Inko Midoriya that Deku has had some weird quirk evolution, and then he explains what a quirk evolution is by going, well, it's so your quirk is levitation, and your father's quirk is breathing fire. Well, your son has got a completely different quirk, and this is, a quirk evolution is usually, it's not too peculiar, but in this case, it's completely different, and we're still understanding the science behind it, but it's just completely peculiar, and we've never really had a case like this before. So consider your son, consider him one in a kind, I guess. And that's when Inko Midoriya then is concerned because she's like, wait, does he have some really bad genetic quirk disease or something? And that's when the doctor fills him in. No, 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 no. It's a perfectly normal quirk. It's just not It's not the same. Uh, it's not the same as yours, which is very. It's not too out of the league, but it's got nothing in common with yours or your father's quirk. Are you sure Deku's father is who you say it is? And then she blushes and says, yes, definitely, in an angry tone, and then they both chuckle awkwardly, and that's when the doctor gets to explaining Deku's quirk. Anyway, so you're probably wondering what Deku's quirk is. Well, the electrons within his cells are more uh, electronically charged, meaning that he can create electricity through. Okay, yeah, no, drop the whole electron thing. Sorry. Um, Deku has static electricity building up in his body, meaning that one day when his quirk gets stronger, he'll be able to release electric. And you're probably wondering, won't that hurt him? Well, no, because he also has these weird scales on his body. So far, they seem like they could be resistant to electricity. They'll be resistant to some heat, but the certain voltage of electricity and the certain heat, we have no idea. But that's a very powerful quirk because if he has resistance to heat, it's also a higher resistance of skin. So any higher skin resistance. So any household appliances should go should be not very damaging to Deku. So if you, let's say, theoretically, don't try this, don't try this. You gave Deku a knife and he went to chop his fingers. The knife would shatter rather than his fingers, and you're probably like, oh, won't that mess with him sweating and other bodily functions when it comes to skin? Weirdly, no, because his scales seem to be working with his body biologically, which is peculiar because we've never seen an incident like this before, though his body working with his quirk is uh, quite usual because his quirk is like an organ of his body. And then Inko Midoriya just nods along and then asks, so will Deku be okay? And the guy says, moral of the story, yes. So, anyway, Deku goes to tell his whole class about his quirk, and they're like, "Oh, that's a mediocre quirk." Before Bakugo takes a spotlight again with his amazing quirk. Anyway, so they're in the playground as kids, and Bakugo and his two followers, which is a winged dude and the I can't remember the other one, but the winged dude and the other one are both bullying this random defenseless kid that hasn't got his quirk yet. That's when Deku steps in and says, "Bakugo, stop!" And Bakugo says, "Move out of the way, scrub. With your quirk, you're gonna get defeated by me and just be bullied like the kid, so you might as well step out of the way." And that's when Deku gets into an attack posture and says, "A hero wouldn't stand down." And that's when Bakugo gets really annoyed, creating an explosion in his hand, going, "You think you're a hero, Deku?" And then he charges at Deku, throwing an explosion at him. Not enough to hurt him, but enough that it's malicious to attack him, as this is a bit of playground banter, I'm guessing, but Bakugo's bullying this random kid. And that's when Bakugo hits him with an explosion, and Deku just stands there and stares at Bakugo like, uh, and and says to Bakugo, "Please, just stop." That's when Bakugo and his crew walk away, not wanting to get any trouble, and Deku then releases all this pent up stress about the whole situation and goes, "Oh, well, that was a close one." And then the kid he saved was like, "Oh, thanks, Deku, thanks, Deku," and walks off. And that's when Deku's like, "Oh, he still called me Deku. I guess it's kind of stuck." Anyway, we're skipping back to uh, modern day, and by modern day I mean when the anime first started. So when Deku was quirkless and got told to, out of the building, and his book got thrown out of the building. So anyway, Deku, we're now at that point in time. Back, the whole class is cheered as it's the end of semester. As Deku stands there, as Deku cheers with the class too, and some people go, "Hey, well done on your score, Deku," and tap him on the shoulder. Everyone's a lot more welcoming to Deku as he's now more integrated within society, as he does have a quirk, which has made him a little bit more confident within himself, as he's no longer being bullied so much by Bakugo. Now, I'm referring to it as bullying. I don't know whether it is bullying because Deku still sees him as a friend, but either way, I'm referring to it as bullying. Sorry about that. Anyway, so that's when the teacher says, "So, you guys ready to do some reports to find out what job you want, to find out what you're doing in the future?" Then he throws it up in the air and says, "Ha ha 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 ha. I know you all want to become heroes," and everyone shows off the quirk other than Deku and Bakugo. That's when Bakugo tells the whole class to shut up and says no one else is a real hero here, and no one else will ever will never be as good as him, and he's going to be going to UA. That's when the teacher says, "Oh yeah, Bakugo, you are going to be going to UA. Oh, he also says Deku's going to be going with you. You two are going to show the school proud." And that's when Bakugo says, "That damn fool Deku, he's never going to get in with his weak ass quirk." And that's when Deku says, "Just shut up, Bakugo." And Bakugo gets even more annoyed, but not wanting to be expelled on the last day of school, he decides to do nothing about it, and instead wait till everyone has left and it's just Deku there writing down notes about heroes from the local news, and Bakugo and his crew walk up to him and he says, "I'm gonna make your life torture." And Deku then says, "Ah, jealousy. Is it just 'cause my quirk's so good?" And Bakugo hits him across the face with an explosion. Deku just stands there as he fixed up his now messed up hair and says, "Bakugo, you know you can't hurt me without damaging the skull, so just drop it, please." And Bakugo walks away pissed off as Deku stands there with a smug look on his face as he's just stood up to Bakugo, as he always has, as Bakugo is always coming on him, because Bakugo is even more mad at Deku because Deku is standing up for himself. Anyway, Deku Deku then finishes up writing up his notes about heroes, his new book. He's also writing up notes about his own quirk and how it reacts to other people's quirks, uh, which is a new book, so he can track what his own quirk does. The reason he's got this book because he realizes how important it is to know a lot about other people's quirks, and how it's tenfold as important to know about his own quirk so he can utilize it in new ways and evolve his combat like he assumed All Might would, and like how he knows All Might would, studying him from his golden age all the way to his modern age, seeing how his moves evolved, like um, how in America he was quite new and how he evolved his different moves and how he could adapt it to his quirk. Anyway, throughout this time, what's happened to Deku's quirk since he was a 5-year-old? Well, his scales have got even stronger. They still don't know how much electricity or heat or damage they can take, due to them not wanting to risk it and go for, I don't know, 5,000 volts and then Deku be put into hospital, as soon as his scales can't withstand the electricity, they're scared that he's just going to react like a normal body, which is the same for any knife tool or any punches or anything, but they're pretty sure that his defense is somewhat high. Another thing they've found out he has is the electricity within his body, the energy potential within his body has been slowly increasing over the years, but he still can't release it yet, as he's not figured out how, if that makes sense. So they are starting to think that it's just electricity build up in his body to help withstand the electricity in his scales. And as for his normal bodily functions, they've not been affected from over evolution of his quirk. So it's not quirk singularity theory kicking in yet, which is quite peculiar. And I would just like to take 5 seconds here to ask you guys to like and subscribe if you did enjoy this What If. And yeah, absolutely fantastic, because I forgot I didn't do this earlier, and yeah. Anyway, we're going to get back on track here, and Deku, he finishes up writing up his notes on himself, notes on his hero, and putting his books in his bag, and he actually puts the books in a little safe, and this safe is to protect it from water, not a safe like a plastic wallet, sorry, and this is to protect him from water damage and all that, and that's because Deku realizes that um, if Bakugo was going to go all out on him, and I don't know, not that he would, but if Bakugo was going to do that, he doesn't want the notes to be ruined. And Deku, basically, he's less clumsy and he's future thinking, and he's just getting everything planned, but he will not be ready for what will be coming against him in the near future, which will be the next episode, because I am changing my video format a bit. If you don't want to hear about this, feel free to click off the video, comment down below, share the video, whatever, to like and subscribe. But I will be for the next couple of minutes, I will be talking about my channel and what I'm going to be doing with it. So, first of all, I just want to mention I'm changing the format of my videos. I've usually been trying to do 20 minutes. I am bumping that down to 15 minutes. The reason I'm doing this is because, well, simply, it's easier for me to record in shorter bursts, and hope it lets me concentrate more. And on top of that, it helps with analytics and stuff. On top of that, it helps with adding up time and everything. It just all works out better for me personally. I'm sorry if that's an inconvenience, but me uploading shorter videos should mean that I could possibly upload more. So I'm thinking about getting more videos out in one day, so it should hopefully equal out in more watch time. On top of that, I'm switching formats because usually I do a bunch of what ifs, but with the last main what if I did all the parts in one go and then put them into a movie. and I'm going to be following that format a lot more because it lets me concentrate on one what if. This stops me from making mistakes and also stops me from just forgetting about what ifs like I did with this past one, which was a complete missed opportunity for me and a complete missed opportunity for all the other people involved, and it just got me confused and I'm forgetting about what ifs. And on top of that, it's just a lot better. Uh, so I will be focusing on one what if at a time, but I will sprinkle a little more other videos in there as like tester videos. But so far, I'm gonna focus on this what if for a day or maybe 2 days. And finally, the last thing I have to mention is that I'm gonna be posting on the community a lot more. Um, so I'll be posting on the community to tell you when I've got the videos scheduled for. Just a lot of fun on there because I've hit 1,000 subs because of you amazing people. That means I've unlocked the community tab, so I might as well use it, you know? It's a great laugh on there, and I want to thank you guys because I do have some people on there that are active, and it's absolutely fantastic. So, anyway, I just want to let you guys know that I absolutely love and enjoy all the what's it called, the engagement and all of the just the love I've been getting from you guys, and thank you. Have a nice day, and hopefully you enjoyed this what if. Please tell me in the comments if not, because yeah, thank you. And also, criticism is greatly appreciated. Like, geez, in if I could build this channel from the thing I need is criticism so I can get better at what I'm doing. Cause I want to grow. Of course I want to grow, and I've got I've now got time to put into this channel, a lot of time. So hopefully I can use that time. And I am waffling, so I'm gonna stop now. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.